How are we all doing, everybody? Hope you're all keeping incredibly well, and welcome back to a brand new video on the Infinite Baffle channel. My name is Niall, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new entry into the Q Acoustics 3040C series. This is a speaker that's designed to bridge the gap between the 3040C bookshelf and the 3050C floor stander. So I bet you can never guess what they've called it. That's right, you guessed it, it's the 3040Cs that we're going to be taking a look at today. As always, it would mean a lot to us if you do enjoy the video, if you would leave a thumbs up on it, show your support on the channel. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe as well. We post videos every single weekend here, taking a look at different aspects of hi-fi, and let us know your thoughts on the 3040Cs in the comments down below. As you can see from the 3040C next to me straight away here, it is very much a slimline, low profile floor standing speaker. It's very much, Q Acoustics say it's designed to give you a more intimate listening experience in smaller spaces. And as I touched upon in the introduction, really, it's there for people that I think have got a smaller space but still want to get floor standing performance in that space. These are coming in at £599, so not surprisingly slap bang in between the 3040C and 3050C. Anyone that's familiar with the range will tell you straight away these follow the same design principles. They're a very clean, modern looking speaker. I love the fact that there's no screw holes, bolt holes, anything like that. You can see no fixings on here. It's a very modern, clean looking speaker. They do come with grills. They're magnetic again, so no need for any pinholes or anything like that. And yeah, well, I just think they're a very clean looking design. One thing that I think is quite interesting is that on paper, these actually aren't that much slimmer than the 3050C. However, when you see them in person, they do feel like they have a much smaller footprint, and they've definitely been designed with smaller spaces in mind. One of my favourite features here, actually, which can very easily go under the radar, is that on the back of the speaker, of course, you've got the rear bass ports, which you can fill with a bung that gets included with the speakers if you wish, if you are putting them close to a wall. And if you are doing that, you can see the speaker terminal ports on the back are actually very flush to the speaker itself, meaning that, again, the profile on the back is really quite slim, and you're able to really get them a lot closer to the wall without having to compensate for your speaker cables. Just a nice bit of engineering there that's, again, allowing you to really get these into a smaller environment than you would be able to with something like the 3050. You can see on the front, not only do we have the isolated tweeter in the center, which we'll come on to in just a second, but we also have the two 4 3/4 bass drivers, also fitted with the Q Acoustics C3 technology. That is continuous curved cone, and in Q Acoustics words, what that does is improves the dynamics of the bass, of the low end, and also allows for smoother integration with the high frequency driver. Going back to the tweeter design, as I mentioned, it's a decoupled tweeter. It's 22mm, and it's actually a design that's uplifted directly from the Q Acoustics concept series. And I always love it when you see a manufacturer take stuff from their flagship range of speakers and trickle that technology down into the entry and mid-level ranges, and that's exactly what you're seeing here with the 3040Cs. The cabinets also feature some internal P2P or pin-to-pin bracing in targeted areas, and that's put in place to help stop any unwanted sound from the cabinet, helping take away any potential distortion, giving you a much cleaner sound than you would get otherwise. The 3040Cs follow the same 4 finishes that the rest of the range come available in. You can get them in a pin oak, a Claro walnut, a satin white, and a satin black that we're joined with here today. These are all wrapped finishes, vinyl wraps, but again, I have to say the quality and overall feel of them, despite this, is very, very high. Something else that I wanted to mention is that when you do unbox them for the very first time, they come with a very nice little assembly kit. You've got these little brackets that you fit to the bottom of the speaker that you then attach the floor spikes to, but along with the floor spikes you get these little rubber feet that you can put over them, so it doesn't matter whether you're putting them on carpet, on wood, you're going to be covered no matter what the environment. They offer a frequency response range of 43 Hz to 30 kHz and have a sensitivity rating of 88 dB, meaning they should be very, very easy to drive and get the most out of, which again, I think when you're operating in the kind of entry level, a speaker that's designed for a smaller space, that's really, really handy. We will put all of the specifications on a little infographic on screen for you to see now, as well as leaving a link to the speakers to Audio Affair in the description down below. You can browse the speakers specifications at your leisure there. Given the £599 price point, we decided to pair these up with the Wii Amp Ultra, and there was a couple of reasons for that. I mean, firstly, I think with the price of the speakers and the price of the Wii, you'd be looking around kind of £1,000 system, which felt like a nice round figure. The recommended amp power that Q Acoustics give is between 25 and 120 watts. So again, the Wii is at the higher end of that, helping get the most out of them. But perhaps finally, and perhaps most importantly, I think that when Q Acoustics had this in mind, the kind of setting that they would have had, the use case, would be alongside something like the Wii Amp, because it's going to be a very small, modern, very low footprint system that's helping giving you a big sound for, for a generally quite small size of the system. So it felt like it ticked a lot of boxes there. Given that the 3040Cs here are the fifth and I would imagine final instalment into the 3000C series, I think it's fair to say that Q Acoustics have got to a point now where they know what they're doing here. They've really nailed down a recipe that works incredibly, incredibly well, and what is, again, an entry-level range. They always seem to produce this sound that's very laid back, very easy listening, and just very musical all at the same time. I mean, the first thing that I put on is an album that I'm actually really enjoying at the moment. It's one that's really growing on me. It's the Hayley Williams album that came out last year. I think the title off the top of my head is An Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. It's something like that. It's very close. I put an image of the album cover on the screen, but it's an album that's got a real nice mixture to it, because there's some songs where the vocals are very crisp, very clear. I love Hayley Williams' voice. I'm a big fan of hers from Paramore back in the day, and the solo stuff that she's doing I'm really enjoying as well. But yeah, there's tracks where the vocals are very clean and very crisp, and then there's others where her vocals are very scratchy and very shouty, and both times, both sides of the music, the speakers seem to work really, really well. The vocals also felt very forward in the presentation, which again, I think is a characteristic of the other 3000 speakers in the series. I then went on to listen to the Sports album by Modern Baseball. Kind of similar kind of genre, you could say, but this time there's a bit more emphasis on the guitar sounds rather than being purely on the vocals in terms of what I'm hearing when I'm listening, at least anyway. And again, the instrumentation sounded very, very natural. The presentation and the way it was staged was very nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have heard better speakers than the 3040Cs, but at the price point that they're at, I think the performance that you get is actually incredibly, incredibly good. One thing that the 3040Cs do really well as well, in my opinion, is give a good amount of supporting low end. Now, when you remember that these are designed to be used in a smaller space, you're never going to be getting earth-shattering low end, because that's the kind of thing that can really overwhelm a small environment, in my opinion. So if you're someone out there that's looking to really wobble the room, wake up your neighbours, that kind of thing, then you perhaps would need a subwoofer to be coming into the mix here. But for me, the low end was about right to support the rest of the presentation. And again, that's very much a personal preference kind of thing, but they felt like a very well balanced speaker. 3040Cs really do feel like a culmination of all of that 3000 series engineering and fine tuning that Q Acoustics have been doing. I mean, I'll often say when it comes to entry to mid-level hi-fi, every extra £50, £100 you can spend can really unlock extra levels and layers of performance. But the 3040s here are a great example of a speaker that just punches well above its price point. I think for £599, you're getting an exceptionally good sound here. And not only do they punch above their weight in their sound, but also just the looks, the aesthetics, the feel of them, they feel like a really premium speaker. Not only does it have that all going for it, but also it answers one of the most commonly asked questions that we get in the comment section, because I can't tell you how often people will say that they're looking at X speaker and the question will be, is this too big for my room? Is it too small for my room? Well, this is the kind of speaker where if you have got a bookshelf and you want that bigger sound, without getting that kind of floor standing sound that can be overbearing in a small space, this is going to be absolutely perfect for you. It really bridges the gap between bookshelf and floor stander very, very well. That though, guys, is going to end off this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I mean, are you someone that's looking for a floor standing speaker? in a smaller space? And is this a speaker that you would consider to answer that question for you? Again, I'd love to know in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts on the speakers. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, it would mean so much to us if you would leave a thumbs up on it. Again, tune in every weekend. Make sure you're subscribed for brand new hi-fi content, and we will speak to you all in the next one, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.